Isabella here, and welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be a book-related video. So today we're going to be going over my favorite book of my favorite, each of my favorite genres that I read. So without further ado, let's just get into this. So just to clarify before we get started, these are my current favorites. They are subject to change, so I can do an updated video of this in the future with updated favorites if I have enough favorites. But anyway, these are the current ones, so let's do this. The first book that I have is in the sci-fi genre. Now, I haven't read many sci-fi books, but this is the one that I feel like has stuck out to me the most, and I really like the sci-fi genre, even though I haven't read much in it. And my favorite book is Suspicious Minds by Gwenda Bond. This is the prequel to Stranger Things, and it has to do with Eleven's mom, and basically it tells a story of how she got, how she found out about this study, how she in college, and how she was she participated because she needed the cash at the time. And she and a bunch of other people are participating in this study together, and they're completely unaware of what the real intentions of the study is, but they slowly start to unravel the mystery of what's really going on here. And I really liked their friendship. It was really tight. Really solid. It was really fun. Seeing them try to unravel the mystery, even though we already know the answer of what the study was still interesting. It kept me intrigued the whole time. This is a short book. It's like 300 pages. It's not that long. And we got some of the doctor's POV, and he's pretty much exactly the kind of guy you think he is in the show. But it was cool to see into his mind and see how he thinks, and how Eleven's mom really gave him a run for his money. And yeah, it was just really, really good. I absolutely loved this. This was the exact prequel I wanted, and I got what I wanted from this. And if you guys have ever been wondering if this book is worth checking out, if you're a Stranger Things fan, absolutely. So yeah, that is my sci-fi pick. So next category, I don't know if classics is a genre. Maybe it's fiction. So I guess I'll put it in the fiction genre. Is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Now, I read this for school, for a class, and I did not expect to love it as much as I do. The movies have all missed the point with this story, and I highly recommend that you read the actual book. It is way, way more interesting. It has way more to say, and the way it goes about saying those things, it's just really great. It talks about nature versus nurture, talks about all kinds of philosophical things. So it's not just a monster story, it's way more than that. And I feel like the movies so far haven't really gotten the point or across, or haven't really done a faithful adaptation. And this book has so much to offer, and I highly recommend, if there's any classic you want to start with, Frankenstein, amazing. We get a lot of Victor Frankenstein's point of view in this, but we also get the point of view of the creature, and he's really not a bad dude, this creature. He just wants to make friends. He wants to try and fit in, and the world has kind of made it impossible for him, and it's really kind of sad. So, yeah, if you want a really deep, a deep read that'll make you think, then I recommend this one. Yeah. This book was just my favorite classic that I've ever read so far, so. Yeah, I did a ton of tabbing in here. I really had fun with it. It's not that long either. This edition, I believe, is only 166 pages. So, yeah, what are you waiting for? Go pick this up. It's really good. So the next genre is dystopian. And I don't think we're surprised that my favorite dystopian is, in fact, a Hunger Games novel. So this is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Now, this is a controversial opinion because most people don't think Ballad is the best book in the series. I haven't read all the books, but from all the dystopians that I have read, this is still my favorite. I loved everything the author was trying to discuss in here, philosophically speaking. Similar to Frankenstein, it has a lot of nature versus nurture themes, how Corio becomes who he ultimately becomes. And is it because of the nature of who his father was and it was in his blood, or is it also the fact of the outside forces that were also kind of shaping how he views the world, with Dr. Gall, for example, and her bad influence? And I love the nature versus nurture debate. I eat that stuff up, so of course I loved this book. I tabbed the hell out of this. If that doesn't tell you it's one of my favorite books, I don't know what will. But yeah, this book was a clunker. This is like one of the longer books. But I loved every single minute of it. And I also went into this mostly for the Lucy and Corio stuff. But also, I liked seeing Coriolanus's point of view and getting to see how he thinks. And that was so intriguing to be in his mind for this whole book. And I really think this is an important read just to get his side of things. It doesn't excuse what he's done, but it does show that everybody starts out with the potential to do real good. Just sometimes the influences that are surrounding you bring you in the wrong direction. And that doesn't excuse any of the evil that you do, but it helps you understand these kinds of people that do bad things in a light that you wouldn't normally think. So, yeah. I really loved this. I enjoyed every minute of it, and as soon as I finished it, I wanted to reread it. So, The Hunger Games universe. Amazing dystopian books. So, this next category is the dark romance category. I kind of like these books, but they have to be not too dark, like more of a medium dark. So, my favorite book in that genre currently is Scarred by Emily McIntyre. Now, this book, I enjoyed it from start to finish. I was never bored. And it was very different from the other books in the series in that it had a bit of a fantastical element to it, which I think really sold me on it even more. It's a fractured kind of fairy tale of the Lion King, and it focuses on Scar as the main character. His name is Tristan in the book, and his kind of romance with Mufasa's / Michael's betrothed, and it was so good. I loved every minute of this book. The yearning, the slow burn. I don't usually like slow burns, and this was a great one. And yeah, I gave this book like a 4-star. I absolutely ate it up, and there was a rebellion going on a bit in this one as well, against the current administration, obviously led by Tristan, to overthrow his brother, and there's a little bit of a revenge plot in here. I won't spoil it, but yeah. Overall, this was spicy, but like a medium spicy, so I actually really enjoyed it. And yeah, this was my favorite dark romance so far, and I like these kind of darker takes on Disney stories. And yeah, if you're interested in that, this book's part of the Never After series by Emily McIntyre, so if you want to check it out. Now, the final category is my absolute favorite genre. You guys know I love fantasy. So, for this category, I couldn't pick one. So I picked two because I love them both equally. And yeah, so let's just get into these. They are Shadow and Bone, which I'm pretty sure you guys guessed. And then The Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black. So let's get into these two individually, but I love them both so equally. I couldn't pick just one. It was really difficult for me, and so I just decided to put both of these up here. Yeah, so these were both like 5 stars, I think. But yeah, Shadow and Bone, you guys probably know this story by now because I've yapped about it so much on my channel. But yeah, it's about a girl named Alina who discovers she has this gift that can help save her country. And, yeah, lots of twists and turns ensue. But I personally, I think this was the first fantasy that got me into reading regularly. So this was the first book / fantasy that got me reading regularly and got me reading pretty much as a hobby. I wasn't really reading many books before reading this series, and I just love them. They hold a special place in my heart. The characters are all amazing. I love them all. The story is a bit classic fantasy. It has very classic tropes that have been done over and over, like with the Chosen One trope and stuff like that. But I eat those kinds of tropes up all the time. So for me, this was a banger, and I loved it so much that I've reread this like, I think twice. I'm not sure. But yeah, I also tabbed these. They're really quick reads. They're not that long. But they get longer as they go, but they're not that bad. The longest one was like 450, I think, in the original trilogy. But yeah, absolutely love this book, and it has a special place in my heart. And yeah, not just because of the story, but also the characters, and I highly recommend it. And then The Prisoner's Throne. This book, I did not expect to love it as much as I did, but I do like the Cruel Prince universe, and this book, Oak and Ren and their yearning and their pining, it is so good in this book. And I loved the political intrigue. I liked the tense political situation going on. I liked how Ren is kind of angry at Oak in this, but she's also like, she really likes him. She really loves him, but it's like, it's complicated. But I absolutely loved this. It was so good. We got to see some of our favorite characters from the original trilogy back again in here with Jude and Carden, and that was so great. But yeah, the political machinations in here were, again, phenomenal, as they always are in these books. And I mostly came to this series for Oak and Ren's romance, and you will not be disappointed. But the second book is better than the first one, in my opinion. But the first one is still incredible. But this one, I have to say, is my favorite. And yeah, I love all of these characters. Again, it's another universe that the characters are all lovable, even hateable, but lovable all the same. I just love the story. I love political stuff. I like kingdoms. I like those kinds of fantasies with the Fae and things. Sometimes it depends how the Fae is done, and I liked how they were done in this. They always feel like a fairy tale in these books, and I love that, so highly recommend. And now for some honorary mentions. As I said, these favorites that I've included so far are my currents, but I can see in the future having favorites in these genres that are going to be newer favorites, so I'm going to share those with you. Alright, so for the honorary mentions, we have in classic fiction, I have a feeling that my next favorite in the genre is probably going to be The Hunchback of Notre Dame by Victor Hugo. So, yeah, I love the Disney movie, and I really wanted to read the original source material, so I picked up this classic, and it's really long, but that's because it has all 11 books in one, so it's basically going to feel like reading more than one book. So I like that format, and yeah, I'm super excited to read this. So next in honorary mentions, this one's going to be for dystopian, and that is going to be Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. I've heard so many great things about this series, and yes, I still haven't read it. Please don't come after me. I have a feeling this is going to be my new favorite dystopian. I feel like where Red Queen kind of failed me in the sense, I feel like Shatter Me is going to deliver on the romance especially, so I am super excited for this book. And yeah, the morally gray male love interest, Aaron Warner. Yes. Next is the sci-fi honorable mention, and that is Dune by Frank Herbert. I watched the movies, I've watched the television series, and I absolutely love this universe, and so I really wanted to read the book, and so yeah, I picked up this paperback pocket edition. It's very long, like 800 pages. But I love it. It's so big. And the bigger the book, the bigger the challenge. And I am there for the challenge. I'm like, yes, I'm going to read this. I'm super surprised that bigger books don't intimidate me, because I am a very anxious person. And big tasks tend to scare me. But not this. I'm super excited for this. So, yep. And then for the honorary mention in fantasy, I have 2 books that I'm currently reading that I think are going to be my new favorites, without question. And that's To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods by Molly X. Chang, and The Hurricane Wars by Thea Gwanzon. These books have everything I love. Like, the male love interest is morally gray. Both of these girls have powers that, like, make them really, really important, and really tough, and it has all the tropes that I like. So, yeah, I have a feeling these two are going to be my new top favorite fantasies of all time in the genre. I didn't think anything could ever topple Shadow and Bone. So far, these two are really close. So, yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, because I know to keep making some book videos, but I'll still make them regardless. And comment down below, what are your favorite genres? And subscribe for more videos like this. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye-bye.